Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning, everyone. My name is Yasmin Afifah Indra, and this is my presentation about dimensions of intercultural communication. Before we started, we have to know what is the importance of understanding cultural communication. There are two objectives. The first, to identify intercultural communication techniques, and the second, to discuss how conflict can arise from cultural differences. Next is definition of intercultural communication. Like the slide said, it takes place when cultural group membership factors, for example, cultural values, affect our communication process. It means all of us who are on this lesson, we have a bunch of peers around the world listening in. It is important to understanding that the world is getting smaller and smaller, which means understanding each other is becoming more and more of critical component of effective business execution. The next is, as a global footprint increases for most companies, it is important to understanding the nuances that makes us different, along with identifying similarities in the workplace. By understanding differences should first make us more effective as individuals within our departments that we work in. The second is in the divisions of our companies and overall organization that we work within. The next is the beauty of intercultural dimensions. We should interact with a lot of differences and variety of background, genders, beliefs, ideas each. Through the interaction that we had could bring enjoyment from the new ideas. Intercultural communication is referred to as a symbolic exchange process between persons of different cultures in their attempts to create shared meanings in a given context. In conversation, there is the individual person and their unique traits, which include intensity, ability to focus, and kindness. On top of someone's personal is learned behavior, which comes from all of us as human beings and social beings. For example, is how closely we stand to other people and how quietly or how loudly we speak. The next is interaction at a cultural level of symbolic exchange. This means as for cultural, it is a set of rules or beliefs that are passed down from ancestors. With this, we understand what is right or what is wrong. For these rules in each rules help us to survive within our group, maybe our family, maybe the street that we live in or the city that we live in. But in certain identity help us get along amongst a group of people who identify with each other or called survival in the old way and in the old days and thriving nowadays. In the study of intercultural communication relationship, it is important that we becomes educated and aware of this extra large called intercultural communication and the reality of how it's influencing the interaction between us and other people in form of background that we have, our traditions, our views, our world views, our values, the rhythm of our lives, and the pattern of our lives. And there are part of symbolic exchange. The first is verbal. It means a language communication expressed in the exchange of thoughts, information, emotions between the interlocutors. And the second is non-verbal. It is a collective on non-linguistic means, symbols, and signs used to convey information and messages in the communication process. The next is shared meaning. This means that bridge gaps so two people of different cultures start sharing the same meaning and work together towards a shared outcome. And the last one is giving context. This means the surrounding of the situation that impact the the understanding of the meaning of the interaction. The next is the engagement, of this learning. The first is globalization. It is increased the volume and intensity of interpersonal interaction. It's important to be aware of how to navigate such interactions to harness the power of global resources. This is such as technology is make people around the world connected and increase in transaction volume and intensity. The next is diversity. This provides not only a wider range of information, but forces the process of thinking to include the ideas, thereby diversity, improve results, and improve the process of interpersonal interactions. And the last one is speed to market. This is the personal benefit. Understanding cultural differences provide a lubricant to accelerate global teams moving faster to produce results. These are looking to achieve greater influence and because through going deeper internationally, which requires trust to be built orders orders between people in order to move people to act together faster and more effectively. Okay, that is all my presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.